everything changes.
Call of Duty, Advanced Warfare, and Exo Suits. Are Exo Suits the future of all Call of Duty games? Will Call of Duty necessarily be the same if Exo Suits are gone? This is going to be the topic of today's video, you guys. Thanks once again for tuning in to Black Entertainment. Before you watch the rest of the video, be sure to comment down below in the comment section. I want to get your guys' opinion before I state my opinions. I know this is being brought up around the COD community, and I thought I would just give my quick opinion on this topic. A lot of people are thinking way ahead. I mean, this Call of Duty just came out, but people are already thinking about the next Call of Duty and are wondering if Exo Suits are going to be in the game, and a lot of people are saying no. And I actually do agree with them, people saying no, because obviously we all know the next Call of Duty is going to be produced by Treyarch, and it seems as if since Sledgehammer has been working on this Call of Duty for the last 3 years, I don't think Treyarch and Sledgehammer would have picked up on the same exact idea. Is it possible? Absolutely, but I honestly firmly believe that Exo Suits will not be in the next Call of Duty, and a lot of people are worried about this, and a lot of people are like, well, if you play classic mode on Call of Duty Advanced Warfare with Exo Suits, it seems like such a slow-paced game, and it seems kind of boring compared with Exo Suits. Well, you can't really compare the two things within Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and that's because all these maps are set up for Exo Suits. A lot of these maps are like designed for Exo Suits in mind. I mean, if you look at basically any map, you could get on top of rooftops, you could, instead of like taking stairs or ladders, you could get from here to there, and a lot of these maps are actually a little bit larger. But the fact that we have Exo Suits, it makes the maps more playable because, again, you could get from point A to point B faster, so you necessarily can't compare the next Call of Duty to Advanced Warfare without the Exo Suit. You just can't do that because, obviously, this game is not designed to be played without Exo Suits. That wasn't Sledgehammer's main goal in this, is to make the game more playable without Exo Suits than with Exo Suits. So do I think Call of Duty will still be the same without Exo Suits? Actually, yeah, I really do. Do I like Exo Suits? Don't get me wrong. I think it's a really, really cool thing that they brought into Call of Duty, but it could be better. What I mean by this is the Exo Suit handles really well. I really like how responsive the Exo Suits are, but I do not really like some of the maps and how they are designed for the Exo Suit. It just makes things a little bit too hectic at times, and it makes people stay like behind corners or kind of stay in corners, and that's due to the fact that they don't want to get bombarded by people who are flying around with Exo Suits. Also, I don't like the fact that a lot of these maps have like 3 different stories you could get to. It just adds a lot of, like, the elements of surprise is really, really present in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. This game is not designed for these huge gameplays like you got in Black Ops 2. It just takes almost a miracle to get these huge ass gameplays, and I'm sure a lot of you can agree with me. I'm not saying it's impossible, absolutely not, but it's definitely way more difficult. So if I think they tweaked with the map designs, if they made it not as many places you could go, like you can't go on 1, 2, and 3-story roofs, I think the game would play a lot better. Like if you put the Exo Suits in like Black Ops 2, I think that would have been crazy. That would have been awesome. So do I think Exo Suits are mandatory in Call of Duty? No, I don't think so, and I'm not worried about the next Call of Duty, and that's mainly because it's Treyarch, and Treyarch makes an awesome Call of Duty game. So definitely state your opinions down below. Do you think Exo Suits are a thing of the future or no? Thanks you guys for tuning in. I'll talk to you next time.